Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, and I know it's like mad late at the time of this recording, but that wouldn't really matter to anybody, really, except for me. But anyway, tonight I'm here to talk about the Sony movie and adaptation known as Uncharted, starring Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. Um, as part of my mystery themed week, which you should kind of catch on to it by now because I almost slipped up and told y'all exactly what it was. But yeah, see if you can guess it before the end of the week, and also if you can guess what my last review of the week is going to be. But before I get into it, I remind you guys, go ahead, hit that like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed, and follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. I was about to say TikTok, but I do not have TikTok, and TikTok may not be around anymore. I don't know. Who knows, right? But so Uncharted. This movie came out in, I believe it was 2020. I believe it was 2020. Hold on. See, y'all know I don't never have my facts ready. So lay off me, bro. Lay off me. It came out 2022. So it came out last year. Like I already mentioned, it stars Tom Holland, Mark Wahlberg, Rudy Pankow, Sophie Ali, Tati Gabrielle, Antonio Banderas, and Elena Bowden. Don't ask why I said the name like that. But I'm trying to say it smooth like I did with the Puss in Boots review. Make sure you check that out too. But yeah, so Uncharted. So this is, like I said, this is based off of the video game that follows a character named Nathan Drake, who along with Victor Sullivan. They call him Sully in the game, but Victor Sullivan. They pretty much just go in. It's an adventure story, right? It's like Indiana Jones. That's like they go around, they find treasure and artifacts, and then something like really crazy happens where it could be the end of the world or it could destroy their lives or something crazy like that. And they stop it and become like the heroes, but like adventurers. So he's an adventurer, pretty much, right? So the games, there's like 4 games total. I'm only on game number 2 because I have the 3-pack, 3-in-1 bundle game. So I'm only on the second game. I do enjoy the games from what I've played of them. I do enjoy them. I have my beef with the first one because it suddenly turned into like this whole zombie Anubis dogs type of stuff like right towards the end of the game, and it pissed me off because I'm like, what does this have to do with adventuring? But Tomb Raider kind of did the same thing, but it made sense in Tomb Raider because they set that up the whole time. On Uncharted game, they did not set that up. But that's I started talking faster because that's a sidebar and a tangent, and it's not important to the movie Uncharted. So, like I said, this movie came out last year, so everyone kind of already put their opinion pieces out and already talked about it differently. Myself though, I mean, where do I start? So overall, I wasn't thoroughly impressed with this movie. Because I'm gonna cut right to the chase, really. Tom Holland's performance in this, I mean, it's nice to see. So here's the thing, right? With actors in general, like sometimes you see like this kind of thing happen with Robert Downey Jr. when he had his comeback, and it has happened. Excuse me for biting my nails. I was thinking at the same time, but then I realized my nails. But anyway, it's another actor. I wouldn't say it happens to Chris Hemsworth. It could happen with Chris Evans. But pretty much what I'm trying to say is that when you get these stars, these actors that play like these really big roles, like a superhero or something like that, or like a James Bond, then when you put them in another movie that isn't that, a lot of people, it's like they gotta work harder. Cause like with Tom Holland, he played Spider-Man. Okay, he was a great Spider-Man. That was a lot of people's introduction to him. So now he's going to play Nathan Drake, and either it's not a constitution by him, it's probably the studio saying, "Oh, why don't you play him a little bit like you played Peter Parker, or why don't you play him a little like this?" And he's like, "No, I want to show a different side of my acting skills." And all that to say that while I do think Tom Holland was good in this movie, it was kind of like he was playing an alternate version of Peter Parker. And having played the games and seeing how Nathan Drake, well, I'm sorry, like my brain just drew a blank. But having seen how Nathan Drake is in the games and seeing Tom Holland's performance of him, especially since it's supposed to be younger Nate Drake. I didn't get to the games particularly where it focuses a lot on Nathan's childhood, but um just seeing how he plays a character, it's like it's good. Like I say, it's good. It's not bad. It's enjoyable, but it's like I'm in the camp of people that believe like there should have been someone like a Nathan Fillion that played him. There should have been someone like maybe even Mark Wahlberg should have got a chance to play. It should have been maybe a slightly more seasoned, not just actor, but like maybe like an older actor or something like that, right? But I get how they kind of why they did it like that. You know, you want to build a franchise out of it, which is fine. I get it. Mark Wahlberg as Sully though didn't really work for me. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, and I'm not just following and echoing what other people said. Like, really looking at the game and then watching the movie, I was like, okay, but they're not really the same type of character. Like Mark Wahlberg pretty much played a stock footage version of Mark Wahlberg, right? He's like, huh, what are you doing? I did that. I did with that. I'm Mark Wahlberg. So that's my Mark Wahlberg. It's terrible. But yeah, like it wasn't, it was like a generic Mark Wahlberg performance. And it didn't really it's not like he really kind of like pulled anything out of because like you know and essentially Sully like if you look at it just like just at glance is a simple character, but having played the games and seen some of the things that Sully has done and some of the character traits that he's portrayed in games and especially the relationship with Nathan Drake, it's like okay, y'all really didn't do too much. Y'all just did really top surface level stuff with these characters and didn't really dive deep into them in the way that the games in the way that honors the game. But that said, of course, with these types of adaptations, you're gonna get set pieces and things that are just like the game. And you definitely see that with the airplane sequence, which was a big trailer moment. You see that with some of the puzzles and clues that he has to solve to get to the treasure and stuff like that. Um, you see that in maybe a couple of combat things. You can kind of see it a little bit, but like I said, in terms of performances, though, you don't really see these characters. Like you see like different versions of them, but you don't like this could have been any action adventure movie, and I I would have just at most I would say, oh, that's kind of like Uncharted. Oh, that's cool. They took inspiration from Uncharted, and that's what this movie feels like. This movie feels like, oh, we took inspiration from Uncharted, but we're kind of just our own thing. And to slap the Uncharted name on this movie was kind of like I hate to be that guy, but you know, it just it didn't really work. I didn't necessarily like it too much as an Uncharted movie, but as an adventure movie though, I did quite enjoy it. I thought it was nice. I thought the action set pieces were pretty nice. You know, and again, the performances, everything about this movie lends itself to not being in. It fares better if it's not Uncharted, right? But when you put the name Uncharted on there, recognize IP that a lot of people love, played the video games, blah 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 blah, then this becomes a lesser film. Okay, so and this is part of what the problem is with let's say video game adaptations, right? Um, this is what the problem is with video game adaptations is that a lot of the times they focus on oh this is these things were in the game so we put them in there, but we're not crafting a story as strong, right? So compared to something like The Last of Us, where it took what was in the game and it didn't try to change anything. It expanded on certain things and then kept certain things like the same. Like, okay, we can't touch this, we can't change. There's no need for us to touch the changes. We've been given such a perfect blueprint, but let's add a little bit more here. Let's add a little bit more there. Let's take a little bit of that out of there. Let's kind of switch this up a little bit. Like it's like okay, let's tell this version of the story 2.0, right? That's what The Last of Us did. Now I did a Last of Us review last night, so make sure y'all check it out. That was my previous review. But with this, like I said, it does what a lot of video game movies and adaptations I feel like do, which is like, oh, I want to tell a story about this game. I don't know. It's kind of I know what I want to say, but I'm not thinking that I'm trying to say it the right way. So, But yeah. So like I said though, this definitely functions better as a standalone movie. That's why I think that's what I was trying to get to is that like it's like they say, oh, you have this, oh, you wrote this adventure movie, or oh, you wrote this science fiction movie. But hey, this kind of has a little bit of things in common with this video game, right? Because we were looking to make a video game, a movie out of this video game, and you wrote something that can kind of work as uh adaptation of this video game. Can we change the script? Can we change some things and kind of like make it fit into being a video game adaptation as opposed to just writing the video game adaptation from scratch? But I don't know. It just depends. I guess it just depends on who you have in the movie though, and what the studio is willing to do. Because we're being shown time and time again that the more faithful you are to the content and the more respect you show, because there's a difference. Fans can always tell when you're showing respect and when you're not showing respect. When you're putting your love and care into it, and when you're just trying to make a quick, easy dollar. Fans can tell, and it doesn't take long for the in the movie for fans to tell. It didn't take long for me watching Uncharted to tell that okay, no one was really that on board with this adaptation as the adaptation. Of course, the actors always say, "Oh, I played the game for hours. Oh, I listened about this game. I want to do blah blah blah." But it's like there's I don't know. It's just overall the movie Uncharted. Because and to say what it follows, because I'm not even telling y'all any details about this movie, but I mean, really, it's just them. They're just trying to go on the treasure hunt. Like they're going on the treasure hunt. Okay, like there's really not. I'm not gonna break it down to you. Like I said, the other characters are forgettable. Like I don't remember anything about the other characters, not just because it's been a couple of weeks since I watched this movie, but just because like even watching the movie, they did not leave an impression on me. The only two that left an impression on me is, of course, Antonio Banderas because he's Antonio freaking Banderas, and what was it? And Tati Gabrielle, who I only kind of first of all because I thought she was cute. Second of all, because she was definitely like the only black girl in this movie with a major role. And third, I mean, listen, she fine. I ain't gonna hold you. I think she fine. But she was like an obvious, and she did like this really cold-blooded murder in this movie that was like, I was like, oh shit. So that was very fun. I'm not gonna spoil that for you. I'm not gonna do spoilers, but yeah, that was that I did, that kind of is what made her stick out to me a little bit more. But yeah, like overall though, like this is I think where The Last of Us and Sonic Movie 2, which if y'all hadn't seen my Sonic Movie 2 review, that is up here on the channel. I did that last year, but make sure y'all check that out. What I think what separates this movie in the Sonic 2 or The Last of Us or you know it or any other hailed or considered to be great video game movie is that again, like I said, this is just the generic way to go about it. This is just I just can't because I don't want to say I don't ever really want to sit here and just blatantly accuse everyone who's made this movie as like not caring about the source material, right? Because of course you do have studio interference. You do have studios who say, "Oh, we should push this more. We should do that." We don't want to alienate audiences. We want everyone to see blah blah. But I feel like this all comes down to like, especially if, and I hate to keep pulling this guy into this review, but Last of Us get over here, especially Last of Us, where it's just like there was so much care to that, and there was so much room to take risks. Oh, but that's a TV show on HBO and HBO Max, like a big budget Hollywood film. They're not going to want to do that, and that's why I think big budget Hollywood films should. If you're going to get this big budget Hollywood money and throw these big celebrity names in there, then that and you doing that based off of star power, then take that chance to really make this story. Just do something unexpected with it. Don't play it safe. And a lot of video game movies, a lot of video game adaptations, that's what it is. They play it safe. And this movie played it safe. It didn't go and try to dial it up to an 11 to be something unique and different. It played it safe, and the most different it got is references to the game. So overall, like I said, while this isn't a bad movie, it's just not a good Uncharted movie, right? I haven't seen the fan film that's out there online or whatever. But I've heard that that's like literally the perfect adaptation of Uncharted and the best adaptation that we'll probably ever get. I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to pass any judgment on that. But I know details about it, and I am, one day I'll check it out, but I haven't yet. But overall, I mean, this movie, it didn't do so good. I do know that. It has a 41% on Rotten Tomatoes, 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb. Me myself, I give this like, see, my heart is saying 4 stars, but my mind and just like how I felt about the movie, and even see, now this movie was one of those movies that does that thing where they do like this sequel tease at the end, and it's just like, honey, baby, no, I don't think it's gonna happen for you, honey. I don't think you're gonna get one of those. I think you're just one and done. Stop in your tracks, okay, baby. So yeah, so with that said, I do have my rating, but before I get into my rating, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to this video sponsor and this week's sponsor, honestly, Diet Smoke. That's right, people. It's time for a little bit of an ad break. Diet Smoke. So I actually got my sample of Diet Smoke in the mail today, and I did try one. They sent me different flavors. I want to see. Let me see. I should have had this. It's ready to go. So see, I'm the perfect ad person, right? So they sent me 4 different flavors. They sent me cherry lime, blue raspberry, blue lemonade, and strawberry. I tried one of the blue raspberries today. First of all, the flavor was delicious. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's really good flavor. And the feeling, because the one I took, they sent me both Delta 8 and Delta 9 gummies, which if you want to know more about that, they have information like that on this website. But because that's a whole class for me, because I like to go in depth with that. But yeah, so I took one today, and let me tell you, I was feeling great. Like I've mentioned before, I've had my fair share of Delta 8, Delta 9 gummies. This right here, Diet Smoke, I felt amazing. Like, honestly, I'm not even capping. I'm not just saying that because they're a sponsor for the week. I'm saying I felt amazing. I felt more relaxed and calm than when I took the other ones. I felt really good. Like, I honestly do highly recommend this. It was a great feeling. It was a great feeling, honestly. And a lot of people, they compare Diet Smoke. They say, hey, it's like, I know I've made this comparison. I kind of messed it up last time I did this, but it's like having a shot of tequila, or your favorite liquor, as opposed to pouring a whole cup and drinking a whole bottle. It's like having a nice, good shot. A nice, good shot, not too strong, not too weak, but just right. And that's what Diet Smoke is like. It gives you a nice, relaxing feeling. You could take it for different different situations, whether you want to relax, whether you just want to feel good, whether you need some energy. Diet Smoke has you. They have gummies, they have drinks, they have vapes, all different flavors. I can't wait to try these other flavors, honestly. And I'm gonna hook you up. You see it's 20% off on the screen, right? That's if you sign up and become a member on the website. But what if you don't want to do that, right? What if you're not ready to make any commitments like that? Well, I understand. Hey, check this out, right? What I can do for you is I can give you this promo code right here on the screen. Go to dietsmoke.com, enter promo code BrickWall23 for 15% off of your first order. That's right, 15% off your first order if you go to dietsmoke.com, enter the promo code BrickWall23. I want to thank this week's sponsor, Diet Smoke, for sponsoring this video, and make sure you guys go and get you some. Hey, check it out. And Twitch stream this week, I'm going to take another flavor live on air and just walk everybody through how I'm feeling the whole time. So you guys don't want to miss that. But go ahead, get you some Diet Smoke. And thank you, Diet Smoke, again for sponsoring this video. So with all that said, I'm going to get into my rating. So my rating for Uncharted is, drum roll please, I give it 3 stars. for all the reasons I said already, right? For all the reasons I said already, that's why I give it 3 stars. Yeah, that's it. Like that's I have nothing else to say. Would I like to see more? Not really. I mean, I'd be open to it, but not really. So yeah, so that's my review for Uncharted. Like I said, it's 3 stars. It's now available to stream on Netflix. So if you want to check it out for yourself, go ahead and do so. It's on Netflix, and let me know what you think about it down in the comment section below. Link to dietsmoke.com is in the description as well. The link to all my social media. And yeah, that's it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, be easy, stay breezy, stay tuned for the rest of this week. It's gonna be fun. And make sure y'all follow on Instagram because it's about to get lit over there too. But until next time, be easy, stay breezy. Peace.